Here we go. It is Arm the Rebels Cup number 4 for EU. It's a $1,000 winner take all set of best of fives. And today we got Atow versus Shadi. They both show up here because of technically sweeps on their respective first round matchups. Shadi, I'm guessing, checked in late and so got 1 game forfeits before winning 3 straight in order to take down Toxic, a very solid 1v1er. Atow swept Jup and has now found himself in a matchup against Shadi. So one of them will have to lose first, and you might be guessing that it'll be Shadi, but Shadi is a very talented 1v1er, and I think he comes in as only a slight underdog to Atow. He qualified for Salt Mine 3 once upon a time. It has now been just about a year since Salt Mine 3, as Salt Mine 4 has started up. I'm assuming Shadi is trying to qualify for that as well, although I didn't get to see just how far he made it. I would have thought he'd make it fairly deep. The qualification situation is a little bit different this time around for Salt Mine, so it's harder to make it in, I would say. You have to be one of the top 2, and you have to fight through everybody, including the best of the best, in order to make it there. So a lot of players will probably only ever make it into the top 16 or so of the qualifiers and not break all the way through. But I think you get prize money for that either way. He made it to like top 6. Ooh, well, there you go. We're going to end submissions. I think people probably dumping a little bit of their late points in on Shadi. And we're going to end submissions right before Atow's first goal to now make them feel silly, as I'm sure Atow will get started, as he has been down previously today without ever losing a game. He's going to pre-flip over the top of this midfield 100 and rise for a reset before putting in his second. Atow trying to score a direct kickoff, but the ball falling into Shadi's corner instead, and he does a great job of stealing boost and quickly gaining possession, as Shadi single jumping off the wall there in an attempt to try and 50. I mean, it's so tough. Anytime you commit at any level, you can get beat. So you're telling me that this is a spectator bug? This is not my connection to these EU servers, but there's been a bug right now for spectators where the game lags on my end? Is that what I heard chat say? I feel like it's happened enough times now that I'm starting to believe that, because otherwise my connection seems fine. Atow not committing to the shot until Shadi was going to make a move on the ball, but perfectly shadowed. He didn't once turn, and so Atow able to walk it all the way in. Delay kickoff's going to work for Shadi. And we're back to tied. Atow, wow. Oh, almost able to find a way to score that. It wasn't going to be an easy angle to get. Gets a first touch reset on the follow-up, but just uses it to backflip away and prepare on defense. Shadi, a little ground flip. He got up over the top of the ball and gave it just the right amount of movement to make Atow miss as he swung out of the corner. Nice delay from Shadi. Atow sees the jump, sees the flip isn't instantly used, and maybe feels like he can turn and dive. Did someone drop the TTS while we were in this show match screen where they're not going to get it read out? So imagine if Moxie doesn't win a single tourney. We'll see, man. The ones competition is hot right now. I'm sure Moxie welcomes the competition with open arms, but it's not going to be easy. Shadi giving Atow a taste of his own medicine. Atow loves to make that kind of play and is really quick to score it afterwards. Not that he necessarily had to rush too much. Atow respawning off the demo. But Shadi showing he's mechanically sound. Did Atow slow this one down and try and make a save off the post? Or was he just rushing back as quick as he could? Would you switch to MENA servers if 2 MENA players face each other? We've talked about this a bunch on the stream before, but oftentimes the MENA players want to play on EU servers. And I'll do, you know, Middle East versus Middle East, and it'll be all on EU servers because of their preference. Shadi has 68 on EU. I think I remember Shadi as a guy who requests EU servers and prefers them. So in this case, he would want to stay on EU anyways. You're fighting Twitch because no notifications after 2 hours is dastardly? Yeah, that is tough. I have been doing a lot of the streams live on YouTube as well. So maybe those YouTube notifications can be a bit better. I'm sure everybody in chat has YouTube notifications turned on. I wonder if there's a way to get them for live streams, but not videos, or videos and not live streams. Gotta be a way, right? Shadi gonna pick up a demo in his defensive corner. And has all the boost in the world, and now the ball. Keeping ball cam on. Actually hit Atow directly behind the ball. Like Shadi felt like he needed to flick to get over the top of him. And even though he doesn't score, he's able to hold on to possession. He catches Atow diving. Shadi gonna make it 6-9 with 1:30 left to go. Kieran from Alba. Thank you for the brand new tier 1. Much appreciated. The stream is not lagging, but our connection to the game is lagging. And chat tells me it's a spectator bug. So I believe them. Because I've been having it more often than normal, I would say. Atow stealing away a wasted possession here from Shadi as he falls to the ground. He's got a minute to make up 2. Probably an important thing for them to fix as soon as possible. There's a lot of Rocket League content that is recorded from spectator POV. Shadi trying to get this one out ahead of Atow. Atow needs to turn on the ball here. Has to be aggressive. No choice but to try and find a way to dispossess Shadi in the attacking corner. And then we got him away from the ball. Did not approach in a way. He had a quick follow-up. Shadi, nice bait. I feel like I've seen Atow score in those positions a million times before, but this time Shadi had the perfect read. Convinced Atow to backflip and hit it over the top of him. So I'm thinking Shadi's going to go up 1-0. That was the first time a brand new tier 1 and then drops to 69. Haha, that is a Giga Chad chatter. Shadi not backing down. He doesn't care that he's up 3 with 10 seconds. Chasing down the ball at every second. Title is still Jup versus Atow. Well, now it's Atow versus Shadi. Game number 1 going to Shadi. He denies the Atow flip reset musty. As we head to game 2. We're going to watch a little bit of ads as well, because we fell behind here. I am Bardman. Thank you for the 26 months of Prime. Contributing to the Prime to a full-time movement. It is much appreciated. Game number 2. Atow and Shadi. Atow going to half flip off the kickoff. Shadi does not punish. Gets exposed for trying to make a slow play on the ball with 0 boost. Needs to read that half flip much sooner and save some of that if he wants to be able to easily make something happen. For Shadiing. Shadi attempting the goal line resets. Not able to get around Atow, who is trying to pick up all the boosts on the map. And it does a decent job of that. Shadi was starved for the moment. Atow had to use the reset right away just to get the ball back on target. And was a little bit greedy. Shadi staring at an open net. Atow reset on the ball. What a save from Shadi. We watched it all from his POV. And we know how scary Atow can be when he's on offense. But Shadi just comfortably in and out of the net and is at the perfect height to make the save. Atow not able to read and react to Shadi as he now collects a carry and tries to flick top left. Atow saves with ease. Does not fall into the net, but Atow had a weird recovery. There's no reason this should have been a goal. I think Atow tried a zap dash or something. Has he tried to land here? Yeah, and he single jumped himself out. He's just... looks like he's on a bucking bronco, and that's not what he needs to be doing. Atow kickoff goal. Tie it right back up. Was going to the wave dash. Didn't really get it, but was able to dunk Shadi on the follow-up. Shadi ground pinch. Gets some power, but not enough. Trying to pinch off the side wall to slow Atow down. He's going to try it again. He says, I refuse to let you play off the side wall. Great recovery from Shadi, too, to get back to the ball. But it does cost him all his boost. Goes to show why you see that kind of recovery so infrequently. Now Atow has him in net. Shadi gets around it. Nice save. And we'll roll it in for a 3-2 lead. Would this be an upset? Yeah, I would say Shadi beating Atow, especially considering Atow just recently qualified for Salt Mine, would be an upset. But not as crazy as I think maybe the chat prediction says it is. 83-17 is pretty high. And that was only after people saw that Shadi went up like 3 games or three or 4 goals in game 1. Hi, Trillion RM. Chat, can you guys all say hi to our first time chatter, Trillion RM? I would hate to be rude to somebody new to the stream. Nice fake from Shadi. Is Atow actually skibbity? Again, I think that's a question for someone who better understands what it means to be skibbity. Which is you guys. You tell me. Bro left the chat. Dropped a high and left? No, surely he's about to be a second time chatter. No doubt he didn't just drop high and immediately leave. His second time chat is coming any second. Trillion RM about to hit us with first time chat round 2. What's it going to be? Started off with high. And we're all waiting with bated breath for chat number 2. So far, we've been really impressed with their chatting ability. Nice bump from Atow. Even Shadi's going to drop the nice one. $1,000 time chatter. I know if we wait long enough, Trillion RM will be sending a second message. Shadi bounce dribble, bringing it back to the classics. Shadi from Saudi? Yes, another first time chatter. Surely that chatter will send a second message. We're looking for second time chatters here today. It's all about retention, you know? You get them to show up, but you got to keep them coming back for that second chat. Once they've chatted twice, well, now they're addicted. It's over. They can never leave. Everyone say hi to 1TA Luke. Shadi is showing on a great performance right now, up 7-3 on Mr. Atow. Shouty the Saudi in an Audi. Next! Oh, he didn't even get scored on. He just still wants to go next. There, now he'll get scored on. Nice play off the back wall. 2-0 for Shadi. Atow has had enough of the beating in game number 2. Game number 3. Shadi putting up a great performance here so far. Gonna force a reverse sweep out of Mr. Skibbity Atow if he were to bring it back. But Shadi's the first to score in game 3. Shadi is from Saudi. It is indeed true. Atow able to read Shadi this time in the air. And we've had really solid recoveries and midfield play on low boost from Shadi. He has not let Atow take over and made him work for each and every possession. This time it ends up being a fake as Shadi comes off the back wall. Second time chats are overrated. 220-473. I have a feeling we're not going to hear you chat again. But thanks for dropping your first. We'll always remember it. Shadi chip around Atow. These ones can be frustrating too. We saw the early forfeit in game number 2. Atow getting beat out in the corner. When is new Feer retiring to bring back old Feer? Never. You guys will never see him again. I won't tell you what I've done to him, but you wouldn't be happy. Atow on the bounce dribble. Gonna make it 2-0 off the respawn. I am a first-time chatter now. Hydros Gaming, maybe hit us up with a second-time chat. Any second-time chatters? Allbash Jr. Atow denying this one, sending it high. Shadi demoed as he fought to keep his possession. Now he's going to have to respawn and make a save. He got spawned far away. Shadi does hit the landing dash off of his single jump and the counterattack. This is what's been so clean for him before, though. He was a little bit off this time, and he will be punished for it. This is kind of the level of play you need to be at. Every touch needs to be on target or at least hitting some posts. This time his back wall, and he gets punished. But I would say that that is something that he has done very infrequently in this match so far. Shadi's been playing very clean. Old Feer is the guy he stole the dog's wife and kids from. He's locked in New Feer's basement. I think we are in the new Feer era. It's time to bring the new Feer era. You think we're already out of the new Feer era? And it's time for new cubed Feer? Old Feer would appreciate old chatters more than the new ones. We're trying to make new chatters old chatters, am I right? Atow keeping it simple as he dribbles out of his own corner. Shadi was trying to shadow so close. Atow just has to dribble the ball out ahead of him. I think we need a brand new Feer era, and someone follows that up with a nude Feer era. Kieran from Alba, their first time chat was 13 minutes ago. They dropped a sub, and now they're already asking for nude Feer era. I mean, you are a sub. Shadi trying to get boost deals. Wow, the Predator missile demo falling from above and actually caught Atow chasing out. Atow could have taken the ball here. I want to watch from Atow POV because he decided to go really aggressive on the respawn, and he decides at that last moment not to dive in. If he did, of course, he'd be able to stop that shot, but he used it as a fake instead. Tried to play passive, gets beats. What do you prefer, a first time chatter or a second time chatter? I prefer 1,000 time chatter. But you can only get 1,000 time chat is a journey that you can only take one chat by one chat. You'll get to 1,000 eventually. You can, I think you can check your own chat amounts by clicking your name in chat. I know I can check your guys' as the mod of the stream, but Atow taking away this bounce dribble. 2-goal lead with a minute 14. Atow trying to bounce back from a series that did not start so great for him. Feer is hands down the best Rocket League caster ever. Come on, Feer, give me my money now, and it's a first-time chatter. Buddy, you realize that it is voided now that you included the parentheses, right? In fact, I'm suing you for damages now. Because now people think I pay people to come in here and say nice things. Which, whether or not it's true, doesn't matter. Shadi needs to score here to save himself enough time for one more goal. And Atow is in and out. Cuts it around him and has probably survived the sweep and can begin his run into the reverse sweep that he'll need. Old Fear wasn't as litigious. Atow reading the early challenge. Not that there was much chance for Shadi here at the end. He is going to drop a next as Atow goes in. A goal. And we will end the game as we had to game number 4. Game number 4. Atow attempting to reverse sweep to prove why he was the favorite. He's going to get a demo off the kickoff. And is now into a bounce dribble. Double jump bump. Shadi makes a great save. And there have been a few key moments to me that have proven that Shadi's the real deal. I mean, obviously the fact that he's up 2-0 should be, you know, more than enough. But sometimes people are able to sneak games here and there. Shadi and his car control and movement at times has just proven he is in this game for a reason. But he has to try and finish it out against the guy who's already qualified for the salt mine. So you could argue one of the 2 best players playing on EU servers right now. Not going to be easy. Shadi can't do it. But he's going to start down in game number 4 before tying it up. What about Mistress Feer? Okay. Sims. I'm about to time you out. What is this clip? To come in here and say nice things. Which I don't do. You included the witch. It's very clear. It's very clear that everyone's going to know that I said I don't do. Shadi scoring out of his own corner. You followed Feer since the pandemic, and he's gotten way better. Johnny was who got me into watching matches because he really casts like a real football match. For a USA caster, Feer's aight. I thought it was a nice message. I mean, I guess it was, but I thought it could have ended a little bit better than that. I thought, oh, how nice. Let me just read this whole message. And for USA, whatever. I don't want to rip my ears out when Feer's on. I mean, it usually takes me like minutes before I mute it when it's Feer stream. Just really impressive. Should I get another reset there? Atow carry out of his own nets. Reset flip inside the far post for a second. Shadi making it 4-2 again, punishing the delay kickoff. Might be able to flip later when he reads that it's coming in order to beat it. Atow pre-jumping Shadi. And that has maybe been one of the things that he hasn't done to a level that I think he might need to make the next step in 1v1 is aerial adjustments and aerial protection of the ball. The highest level players can react to defenders and keep the ball protected with ease. Now Shadi, did a decent enough job of fighting back the possession after nearly giving it up. But from some of the other top players, you'll see them be able to finish off those possessions with goals or keep them much more favorable. Atow reset wave dash for a fourth. Shadi goes flying over the top, expecting something off the bounce, I believe. He got up high. If Atow let it land and pop up and play it from there, it would have risen up. Shadi would need to cover that. Instead, Atow catching it before it hit the ground in order to roll it down and kill all the bounce. And now dunking Shadi. He has started to respect Shadi here and stopped going for these tight angles because he knows Shadi's been able to recover. And this time, doing nothing seemed to be definitely the right choice as Shadi outplays himself. He ties it back up. Shadi wants the double jump bump. Atow gets up early to prevent it. Shadi wants to fight off the midfield 100. Decided not to do it. I don't know if he thought he was going to lose the fight and maybe get demoed. Instead, he backs up. Atow does try and get that demo that Shadi was worried about. Manages to dodge it. Bounce over the midfield just past the half-field line. 50 in favor of Atow. Atow's defense on the aerial attempts has been good enough here against Shadi. Shadi, long shot from the midfield. Atow will be back, but not with a ton of boost. Shadi not able to fight off possession as much as he would have liked. He had to just try and bump Atow on the flick. Couldn't get his boost steal. Had to go back to his own corner. Has a decent amount now. Uses it up, but the midfield spawns for Atow. Shadi, if he had the midfield boost, could do something nice there after that wall dash setup, but without it, he's forced to back up. Atow double reset. Shadi makes the save. 72 bursts to work with. Atow is not going to turn back on the ball. He is going to go passive. Shadi launches a flick, and it's actually too strong, but he's still going to be able to play it. It was the right sweet spot of too strong, because if it was just a little bit less, the bounce might have been tough to handle, but he slammed it so hard, it was up over the top of the backboard and got a clean bounce back to himself, where he is then able to follow up for the sixth goal. Might be able to finish off this win, but has 44 seconds left to hold on to an Atow who is really tough to slow down. Atow chipped this up past Shadi. Now it's free. 6-6. 30 seconds left to go. Big kickoff here. Atow's going to get boost. Shadi staying on the ball. Nice read of Atow in order to get him from getting a super clean setup, but he's still going to be racing back. Atow wants a double. Shadi undercuts him. And now starts to tap a ball out quickly towards the blue half to make a possession of his own. Is he going to go reset shot? He will! Top shelf from Shadi. Did not panic when it was looking dire in defense. and clutches out back the other way, always thinking about his offense. Knew that if he could keep the possession moving quickly, Atow would be late recovering on defense. Big delay again. That has not worked too well from Atow. Shadi has either had it read or has been fortunate to get the right bounce. Seconds left. Shadi with 29 boosts just needs to let this hit the ground. Is going to try and throw it away, and it does. Slap some green. Atow is out. Shadi with the GGs will advance to the semifinals of the Arm the Rebels Cup.